Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're doing an assumptions video. So I have a paper here with your assumptions of what you assumed about me. So today I'm going to answer some assumptions from Instagram. So if you want to be included in the next video, make sure you follow on Instagram and interact. So next time your question could be in this video as well. So make sure you go ahead and follow that. Okay, so we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna go through the questions. So I've narrowed it down to 12 questions that I thought pretty much covered everything, or like the majority of you guys asked, whatever. So we're gonna start. Assumption number 1 is that I'm always open-minded and kind. And I like this assumption because I feel like that's at least how I try to be. I try to be pretty open-minded with people. And if I don't agree with something, I'm not going to, unless it affects someone else, I'm not going to say anything. If someone's saying their political point of view, I'm just going to go about my day and live my life. I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to argue with the person. I'm just going to say, okay, cool, moving on, and do whatever else. I feel like a lot of people get too like invested in things or like in their head about it, and they have to say something back, or like just people who feel the need to always argue. I just don't like that, so I try not to be that person. So if someone's saying something, I don't really like conflict, so I try to be open-minded, understand everyone, and if I don't agree with something, like I said, I just let it go and move past it. And for being kind, again, that kind of goes with it. I like to be kind to everyone, even if they have different political views, if they believe in something different than I do, if they believe in God, if they believe in Allah, if they believe in nothing. Like, I don't personally, that doesn't bother me. I think everyone can believe in what they want, and we can still be equal and all be kind to each other. So I would say that that assumption is correct. I feel that I am that way, or at least I try to be mindful of that, and I try to be that way. The next one is that I'm wealthy or I come from money. And this one is kind of funny to me because when I was younger, like we definitely weren't poor, but we weren't rich by any means. There was a lot of things that we couldn't have. And at the time, obviously you don't understand it, but there was 3 girls and 1 mom trying to support us. So obviously things would get tight. We never went without anything, but of course you always have things that you want or whatever. So I definitely, once I was able to work, I started working, and once I started making my own money, I definitely learned the value of money, and I save for things I want, I spend my money wisely, and I don't just go like blow it on nothing. Only now I have nice things. I'm able to afford a brand new car, which was amazing and something that I've been working up to for a while now. But I would say that no, when I was younger, I did not grow up with a lot of money. I definitely didn't have things that other kids had. I shopped at thrift stores, which now is like popular, which back then it was like, oh my gosh, if you shopped at a thrift store. I think that that kind of gave me the foundation to be the person that I am. I don't feel like I'm an entitled person or someone who is greedy in any way. I definitely, like, I buy myself nice clothes, but at the same time, I also am reasonable with my money. I'm not just gonna go blow it on something stupid or expect other people to blow their money on me. And I think that my relationship with money and like being good with money, and I'm also like pretty cheap. I feel like being cheap, that just comes with the fact of knowing like there was a time where I couldn't go out and buy something I wanted, and I did have to be like cautious of my money. So now I like the people that I will treat, like my mom, who I know has always worked hard for us when we were younger to support us. Like now I will make sure that I buy her nice things for her birthday, or just like things that she wouldn't buy herself. But I don't really go out too much and buy like a bunch of stuff for myself. It's very rare that I will buy like a whole bunch of stuff. And if I do, it is like every so often. It's not 24/7. I'm always going shopping. I'm always buying new things. And I think that's just because of my upbringing, and you don't need all that stuff. Now I feel like I'm definitely in a better position. We definitely don't struggle, but I wouldn't say that we're rich. We can just blow money on whatever we want. But I would say that that assumption is false. Another assumption that kind of goes with that is that I shop a lot, and I don't really shop that much. I don't really, at least for clothing, I don't get a lot of new clothes. Obviously my birthday just came up, so I got clothes then. And like every now and then I'll save up my money and I'll do like a big haul. But other than that, I don't really shop that much. Like I said, I'm pretty cheap, so I like to buy things on sale or like thrift or anything like that. So I definitely like to get a good deal at least. There's a few items that I'll splurge on, but it really hurts my heart to do it. But they're always the ones that I end up loving, so it's okay. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that I shop a lot. So that one I would say is false as well. The next one is that I have a lot of free time, and with the job that I have, or like the jobs that I do have a lot of free time, but it's not really free time. So when I have a day off, I'm filming, I'm vlogging, I'm editing, I'm doing whatever I need to do. I'm posting an Instagram, I'm filming an Instagram, I'm submitting something. There's a lot that goes into influencing, and then I also do lashes, so that depends on how many clients I have at one time, how busy I am, who needs what, when, that kind of thing. So that can kind of go up and down depending on like what week it is. If it's a busy week or if it's a chill week, I'll have more time or less time. But I'm super thankful that I get to do this because I do get to have more time with my family. I get to hang out with my friends. I can vlog while I do those things. I get to travel. So it definitely allows me to do that. But those days off allow me to do things that I want to do, to be happy. And if you're able to do that, I highly recommend just lessen your load of work, your 9 to 5, if that's not what you enjoy, and spend a little bit more time with your family, your friends, all that. I definitely think that's super important. And like at the end of the day, when you die, people aren't going to talk about your bank account. They're going to talk about their experiences with you and your life. So I definitely focus on that as opposed to the number in my bank account. Obviously I need to get by, but at the same time, the money doesn't matter if you're not here. So while you're here, I think that time is more important. So the next one is you have a good relationship with your family. Okay, these all kind of tie together. So yeah, I do have a really good relationship with my family. I would say that is definitely true. Friends and family are like my number one priority. And obviously like Brandon falls into that. Brandon's family falls into that as well. They are my family and we love to spend time with all of our family. So like one weekend we'll spend time with his family, one weekend we'll spend time with my family. If I'm doing something during the week, I'll message my mom and see what she's doing. I'll hang out with my grandma, we'll make banana bread. My sisters always come over. We just like do things with the kids, or we hang out, or I have a sleepover with my niece or nephew. There's so many things that we get to do as a family, and I just couldn't imagine not having a good relationship with my siblings or with my family. I feel like that would be very difficult to deal with. I don't know what I would do without my family. So I definitely have a good relationship with my family, and yeah. Okay, this one I think is funny because it's like true and false. So someone said you don't care what people think, and that is true to a point. I'm like I said, I'm not someone who likes conflict. So if there's like an issue or something, then that will like affect me. I'll have like anxiety or like panic attacks over it because I don't like to have negativity. I hate that, like just like a negative energy or negative vibe. I'm not a fan of, so that definitely affects me for sure. I do care what people think about me in that sense, as if like someone's mad at me or someone thinks I'm like not a nice person, that definitely like affects me. So I would say yes, I do care what people think in that sense, but in other things like having a YouTube channel or posting a silly video of me or embarrassing myself, I don't care about what people think in that sense because I've cared about that for so long when I was younger, and I'm at the point where like I'm an adult, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna live my life how I want, and if you don't like it, that sucks for you, but I'm gonna still do what I want to do because it's my life. When it's like about my personality or like who I am as a person, then I definitely do care what people think. So doing this assumptions video, I was a little nervous because I wanted to see what people thought about me, but at the same time, I didn't want my feelings to get hurt. They're just interesting to see what other people think of me without knowing me or just from what they see on social media. The next one is that I work out a lot, and that currently is false. I've always been naturally a very tiny person, but I do enjoy working out usually. As of right now, I am like in this phase of just, I'm not a fan of working out. I cannot get motivated. I don't enjoy it. So I've decided to kind of give myself a break, take a pause. If I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing it? I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just doing it for the enjoyment of doing it, and I'm not enjoying it, so I'm not doing it. If I feel like working out that day, I'll work out. If I want to take a class, I'll take a class. So for now, I think I'm going to take a pause on it. So I'm not working out a lot. I used to work out a lot. Last year around this time, I was like killing it with my workouts. This year, I'm in a different mindset. I don't know. But for now, no, I am not working out a lot. The next one is that I travel a lot. And that is kind of true. We've been to so many places together, but I actually haven't traveled as much recently. But overall, my entire life, I would say I've traveled more than the average person. When I was younger, I had never left the country or anything like that. And then Brandon and I, we went on a cruise with his family when I was in high school. I think when I was just like in university, we just wanted to travel somewhere, so we decided to go to Europe. And then ever since then, it kind of sparked our interest in traveling all around the world. We've seen so many places and done so many amazing things in different countries. If you are someone who wants to travel, I highly recommend sooner than later. If you're someone who hasn't traveled, I think you should look into it. There's so many beautiful places around the world that you can see, and traveling is so amazing, such a cool experience, and just puts me in a different mindset, and I love it. So yes, we do travel a lot, and I highly recommend. The next one, it is completely false, and it is that I'm a morning person. I am like 500% a nighttime person. Like, I'm a night owl. I could stay up till 3 in the morning. I just find it hard to wake up in the morning sometimes. I'm a nighttime person. I do my best work at night. The next question, or the next assumption, is that I am outgoing, and I would say that that is partially true. I'm not like someone who's like very loud or center of attention type of person, but if I'm in the right setting with the right people and we're talking about something that I genuinely enjoy, I don't hold back. Like, I'll talk, I'll joke with people. But if I'm in a setting where I feel uncomfortable, I'm super shy and quiet. So I think it's a mix of both. It just depends the setting I'm in and how I'm feeling that day. The next one is that I am calm. I guess like not really. I'm not like that calm of a person. I feel like I'm like sometimes I'm not like super high energy, definitely, but I wouldn't say I'm like a very calm person where like nothing affects me. I'm chill all the time. Stuff definitely pisses me off, and I am very impatient, which, you know, we're trying to work on. But when something doesn't work, like, it takes me off right away. So I would say I'm not a calm person. And the last one that I'm going to do is this one, and I put it in because I thought it was funny. And it's that you want babies soon. And we get so many questions about this because obviously recently married, it just kind of comes with it. And to be honest, I have no idea. I can't say if it's true or false. I genuinely don't know. Like, one day I'm like, oh my gosh, having a kid would be so fun. Then the next day I'm like, that's a long, lifelong commitment. I don't think I'm up to it right now. So it's super hard. I mean, we're young, so we have so much time to decide that and figure it out. But at this point, I honestly have no idea. So sorry to disappoint if you're watching this to figure out if we're gonna have a baby soon. But our family members have definitely stressed that they want a child in the family. So we definitely got a lot of that. But I think that's going to be the end of the assumptions for now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed learning a little bit about me and you have any other questions down below or assumptions, you can leave them in the comments. I will definitely go through and answer them if anyone has any questions or assumptions you want to know. And if you follow me on Instagram, like I mentioned when we started this video, if you follow me on there, then you can check out my Instagram stories when I ask you guys to ask me questions, or if I do like Instagram controls my life or anything like that. It's definitely a video I want to film soon. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you get updates and all that fun stuff. So I highly recommend checking that out. But for now, I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have an amazing day, week, month, or year. I love you, and remember to always be nice to people. Bye! See ya!